everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see, I just want to make sure that everything is cool and that you can hear me. I'm a little hoarse, forgive me, and not as not as well kept as I like to be. Um, no makeup today, a little crusty. Almost didn't make it. Let me just see. Hey, Felicia, welcome. Did you receive your companion pack yet? Let me see if I can pull me up here. Let's go. It has been a very, very hectic week, but we are ready. I'm still a little bit behind because I've been in the process of moving. You know what's so funny? I have gray hairs that when I'm looking, it looks like lint to me and it freaks me out. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I can't wait to see you make your May Imbali. I'm gonna give people a few minutes to come in, but it's Friday. You made it. I made it. I am so tired. I've been up since 11 o'clock last night, but we're gonna do what we came to do today. And I'm excited to be here. Let me know if you hear me okay. Who else is here? If you're here, say hey to the peeps. We are going to have a nice, cool crochet and chill kind of situation here. So, packing and cleaning and packing and cleaning and yeah, it's it's with hey Emanuela. Yeah. Oh, and news update. Remember how I was all sick and I was like, why? You know? Hey, Sister Nasira. I figured out why I was so sick. And I've known it for a long time, but I'm really allergic to dust. Moving around furniture and stuff, and like doing a whole overhaul of cleaning and packing and moving, that's how it affected me. So, yeah, really made me sick. Hey, Peggy. Okay, but I feel better. How much to stop everything you're doing? Okay, chill out. Um, so I'm trying to be. I'm working on it. I'm actively going to make that a priority. I feel really great though. I still feel really great. Even though I've been up since last night, I feel great to be here. I feel great to be sitting the way I'm sitting because my aunt has a really nice, comfy setup. So I feel comfortable sitting because normally when I do lives, I'm sitting in an office chair. And I don't know, I like to sit with my legs folded. Anyway, let me see if I can pull me up over here so I can kind of see what maybe y'all are seeing. Um, but how was everyone's week? I just want to give everybody about maybe 2 more minutes and then we're going to get started on part 4. Because mine is like rainbow, that means that I have to do a lot of color switching. Hey, the money effect, welcome. How the heck? I'm trying to find me. Oh, view your channel. I'm looking right at it. Like, oh my goodness, I can't with these people. Um, yeah. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started. The Bronx, the money-ish effect. I am born and raised in the Bronx and currently in the Bronx. Okay, so this is what you're gonna need for today's live crochet along. Of course, you're gonna need your 3.25 millimeter hook because now you gotta remember this because the pattern for For me, I like to switch hooks for patterns. Um, I know a lot of people use the same hook for, thank you, the same hook for like a whole pattern, I believe, or I don't know. You know what? I don't know if people switch. I just know that I do for different aspects of the design. So let's see. We're gonna work on the skirt today because once I show you how to do the skirt, um, the the top will be easier to understand. Yeah, so it's done with a 3.25 millimeter hook and whatever accessory colors you chose. The pattern says Summer Shine. That's our beautiful, vibrant yellow. um, but if you chose a different one, hey, say that's cool too. It doesn't matter. Hey, ready? So we're gonna go. I want to say we're gonna move at a really, really relaxed pace because, like I said, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling, like I finally can sit down. I've been running for days. Okay. So that being said, I don't know what color I'm gonna start with. Hey. Welcome. But before I get started, for those of you who are new here, my name is Aniqua, and I am the artist, the designer behind My Kind of Thing, a handmade company that specializes in one-of-a-kind handmade dolls, particularly dolls of color, and even more specifically, black and brown dolls. Thank you, Zay. I feel better. I figured it out. I'm severely allergic to dust. And so it had me messed up, like really messed up. But I do feel better. I feel better overall. Um, so I think for me, we're gonna start with, because there are, cool thing, I don't know if you figured out, who here has started on the skirt? Anybody here ahead of the class started on their skirt already and have it already ready or some of it done? I have all six, do I want to read? Yeah, all six of my kind of string yarn colors. We have our mermaid water. What do you think, Peggy? We got a mermaid water, which I love. We have our fairy berry, which I love. Can you see it? What else? We have our pixie pop, which I love. We have, I'm doing it in rainbow order. We have our firelight, which I love. Of course, you're a veteran by now. You should definitely be cool or familiar with the way I did it. And then, of course, Summer Shine, which I absolutely love. And then, last but not least, Magic Moss. Thank you so much. Can I tell you, just as we get started, that the yarn colors, I named them because they have, there are stats, or they exist in my world that I'm building. And so the color names are for things that exist in this magical world that I am building. It's taking some time, but you know, we're getting there. Let me make sure I got my stitch marker. No, I don't need a stitch marker yet for this, not initially. These are post dolls. They are actually what? Okay, Peggy. I still haven't done the hair for, where did I just put my hook? I still haven't done my hair for this one, and I really I'm really trying to catch up now because I'm falling behind, and I don't want to fall behind. But I have been doing this in the process of doing a bunch of other things. What that? Did y'all see where I put that hook? Oh, of course, right here. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm gonna start with Summer Shine because that's what the pattern asks for. So we're gonna start with Summer Shine. Well, I'm gonna start with Summer Shine because for me, I'm being an overachiever. So basically, that means that I'm gonna do a lot of color changing. There are 7 petals for the skirt. I have 6 my kind of string yarn colors. So one color is gonna repeat itself. It's probably gonna be this yellow. I don't know yet. I gotta see how it works out. But we're doing the petal skirt. And what I really like, let me put the camera down a little bit. You don't have to see. I'm a plump lady. um, okay. And so, um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so side note, I'm a little distracted because I love the way this yellow looks with this blue. Can you see? The very first thing that I ever made was yellow and blue. I love these colors together. So that's really cool. Whenever I see this shade of blue with this shade of yellow together, I'm just like, oh, nice. So as we're following the pattern, right, y'all know what to do. And if you don't have the pattern, you should definitely get the pattern. The link is in the description of this video. And so we're gonna just get started. One of the really cool things about this petal skirt is its structure. So who here that is my kind of thing university student, y'all listening, can tell me what this skirt reminds you of, or if there's anything that doing the skirt made you say, oh, I know what this is. Can anybody see where this skirt came from? Does it look familiar? It's one of the things that I love about being able to design. You can use different things for different things, right? And the petals are so fun to make, really cool to make. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Alexis. They're not braids though. Um, where y'all at, my kind of thing, university students? What does these petals for the skirt remind you of? Something we did recently too. If it weren't for the strange guidelines that all these platforms have, I legit would have like some nice music in the background. Okay, so I got my row 1. You want to see? There it is. So I got my row 1, and then row 2 is, I should know this by heart all the time. I made a doll but can't remember the name. It's not a doll. This petal skirt, each petal came from something very specific. When first starting out, it reminded me of a leaf. But it's something we did recently. Like, it is exactly that, except more and into a circle. Come on, y'all. Where y'all at? You know what? One of the things that I like to do from here, at the My Kind of Thing University virtual crochet school, is I like to use the same thing but differently. It's so funny how things can look totally different even though you're using the same kind of pattern. And I remember I got the inspiration for it while doing last month's crochet along. Y'all remember? Y'all don't remember them spring bugs with their wings? The petal skirt is the spring bug's wings. It's the June bug's wings. But it's done over and over and over. Mm-mm. Now, Dewey is different. It's similar, but Dewey's leaves are, it comes to that point at the end. No, the spring bug wings. Did you do the spring bugs? I believe you did. Or did you? Are you a delinquent? Because maybe that's why y'all don't know. Because y'all are delinquent again. That is funny. So I'm on row 3. And so remember that each petal is a series of 5 rows. And the cool thing about creating the shape for these leaves is that you see by increasing and decreasing at a certain way, it creates that really cool shape. So I want you as students of the craft to be able to recognize some of these patterns and what happens when you do certain things a certain way. And oh, I just realized this whole time, my nails match this. How about that? That was not intentional. Does anybody have any questions? And that's the other thing. Once you understand the pattern, hey Sandra, you've been here a while though, right? Um, Once you recognize the pattern and everything, you don't necessarily need to keep referring to the instructions. But do you understand, like, okay, for the first row, it's just the regular 8 stitches, right? And then the next row, you increase at the end. And then the middle row of the 5, which is row 3, just straight across to kind of establish, okay, we got it. And then the 4th row is bringing it back. So it creates that kind of shape, you know? So in doing that type of increasing and decreasing, that's what you get. And don't worry if it curves a little bit. It's okay. You don't want it to curve too much, but it's okay if it curves a little. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is where it gets crazy for me because now I have to change color. This is what I get for trying to be extra, but I can't help it. I gotta be who I am. So I got 1 petal. You see it? We got 1. Okay, and so now I'm gonna switch color. So the next on the what is it? The next one on the next one is our firelight. Oh my gosh. I really love this orange. And the reason why I call it firelight is because it reminds me of the light of a fire. Like, you know, I don't know if you recognize, but I love, oh my gosh, camping in the woods. I've done it like a couple of times, but I love, my favorite part about camping in the woods is looking at the fire at night. There is something magical about the fire at night. Daz, I'm sorry, I'm not that good at knitting. However, I am an expert at crocheting, and I don't do accessories anymore. I'm exclusively a doll designer. So I'm gonna get my little middle pull yarn from the middle, or maybe it's down here. You know, sometimes you gotta find it. Even with my kind of string yarn. But yeah, looking at the fire at night is so, oh, can you go back to row 4, please? Okay, so row 4, chain 1. That chain 1 counts as your first single crochet stitch. and then you single crochet the next stitch, right? And then you half double crochet the next two stitches. The only changes really occur on the end that creates that that petal shape like that. And then it's a two double crochet together. So it's a double crochet decrease after. You have more than 4 stitches. Okay, so that means your count was wrong. So for these stitches, let me just make sure. Um, the the pattern indicates when a stitch counts as the first stitch and when it doesn't. So, for example, um, yeah. So you gotta be mindful of that. I had 12 in row 3, so row 3. Yeah, you should have 12. And so on the first 2 stitches, or the chain 1 and then the next stitch, that's a single. Then the 2 half double crochet, so that's 4, right? Now the double crochet decrease turns those remaining 8 stitches into 4 stitches. So you're turning those 8 stitches into 4. That means you're taking the next 2 stitches and making them 1. Take the next 2, make them 1. Do that 4 times. That is a double crochet decrease. And I still have not found the center pull. Yeah, but it's basically, you should have 12 stitches. If you have 12 stitches, the chain 1 counts as the first single, then the single crochet, that's 2 stitches covered. Then the 2 half double crochets, that's 4 stitches. It should be 8 double crochet stitches. Okay? Wait, you should only have 4 stitches after the half double crochet for row 4. Yeah, because you're turning the 8 that exist on the other row into 4. So it's 2 double crochets together, which is a double crochet decrease. I remember when I was first learning, I would just skip stitches. Like, why did I just skip it? What do I got to do a special stitch for? I learned real quick. So you don't have holes in your work. That was a thing. Okay, so I'm switching to orange. And then here's the thing. Really, really cool. Chain your 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Y'all hear me all right? Do y'all hear my aunt in the background or no? She's such a she's such a lively conversationalist. A very excitable person. And so we just get started. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to tuck that in there so I don't have no issues, because y'all know I don't like no strings just dangling all over the place. Did y'all have a good week? Are you glad it's at an end? Hey Beatrice, welcome. One and 2. Oh, my skirt is gonna be so cool. You ever seen a rainbow flower? No. Oh, I wonder what I should call it. Cause it's a rainbow flower. It can't just be regular. And I don't need this up anymore. I can actually focus here. I forget my laptop is not a touch screen. I'm so accustomed to working on the iPad that I forget. All right, is it easy? Did it take you a while to learn? It did take a while. It's not, some things are easy once you get the hang of it. But it does take a lot of practice and patience. Like if you really want to get good, but there are some things that you can do that are not necessarily difficult. Now you know, as a doll maker, some of the things that I do are a little bit complex sometimes, but you know, that's why I teach it, to make it easier to learn, because I remember learning on my own and it was very difficult. So, yeah. Forgive me if I yawn. If I yawn, I have been up since 11 o'clock last night. Oh, cool, Dan. We need more male crocheters anyway, you know? I think it'd be really cool. You know, it's always exciting to see a guy crocheting because, you know, we're so accustomed to seeing women do it. But I think it'd be cool to see a guy doing really cool, fun stuff. Oh, look at that already. I like it. I like it. It's gonna be really, really cool. Look at that. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have assumed that you were a guy, but I think you should definitely try. The world needs more crocheters. Is Dan short for Danielle or Daniela? Mm, okay, we are moving and grooving. So for all of the folks who are working on the May and Bali Crochet Together, it's rare. Yeah, I like rare names. I have a rare name, so um, I feel really excited about this. First, I was like, oh, you're being over ambitious, as usual, doing too much. I can't help it. However, we're gonna make it do what it do. Uh-oh, drawing a blank. Just that quick, I forgot. Oh, okay, that's fine. 2, 3. Yeah, I knew something was wrong. I did row 4 like it was row 3. Running my mouth, getting distracted. Oh, thank you. I try to keep them cool because when, you know, I'm teaching and whatnot on camera, I don't want to, I be trying not to have crusty looking hands and ashy fingers and stuff. So, you know, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, depending on the situation, people listen with their eyes. And oftentimes, if people don't like what they see, they're less engaged. So, because I work with my hands and I teach with my hands, it is important that my hands look like they're cared for. Also, I just like really sparkly, bright colors and sparkles. Um, love it. The combination of sparkles with vibrant colors. Can you put your first petal close to the screen? Mine isn't coming. Let me see. To a perfect point at the end. It's not supposed to be a point. It's supposed to be round. Ignore that string. I'll put it back here. But it's supposed to be round. Ignore that string. That string is a distraction. But it's supposed to be round. It's not supposed to have a point. Yeah. you can see in row 5, right? You see how you do that chain 1? That's what I believe they call a turning chain. It doesn't count for anything other than allowing you to turn and create that curvature without pulling it too fast, too fast, you know? All right, I'm on petal number 3. Okay, I gotta change color again. Can you guess what the next color is gonna be? Who can guess really quickly? What's the next color? So I got my Summershine, my Firelight. Can you guess what it's gonna be? I don't wanna, I think y'all might have seen it because what I'm looking at is not, I can see, yeah, I can see more. Yeah, y'all see more. Nope, not mermaid water. Think about the rainbow and the order of the colors that they come in. Like, I love to use the Roy G. Biv as a reference point for everything when I'm choosing my colors. When you say chain 1, single crochet and next, or I want to skip the first stitch. Because the pattern says, no, wait. Chain 1, for which row? Which row are you talking about? Because it's different for different rows. Let's see. Are you in row 5? Row 4. So in row 4, chain 1, it counts as the first stitch. So yes, you don't go in the first stitch. You skip that first stitch and you go into the next one. Because it says it counts as the first single crochet. That first chain, that chain 1, counts as your first single crochet. So you pretend like it's in that first stitch. It's not, but that's how that works. Okay, so nobody guessed what the next color is. So I'll let you know. It's Pixie Pop. Then is the last double crochet in the chain 1. What row are we talking about? I need to know. Is it a deep in the last? Okay, row 4. For row 4, the last stitch is a decrease. It's a double crochet decrease. The pattern. Yeah, the pattern says that, right? Half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, 2 double crochet together in the remaining 4 stitches. So you do that 4 times. Decrease, 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 decrease. Pixie Pop. So you want to know the history of Pixie Pop? Let me tell you. No problem. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing this together. Do y'all want to hear the story behind Pixie Pop? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, like I said in the beginning, my doll is one color, which is orange. So do I do the whole petal skirt in that? Yes. Yes, I'm being extra, Sandra, as usual. You know that, right? Because I've already done an orange one. I've already done a green one. I've already done all of them. I've done Magic Moss, Pixie Pop. They're all done. For the purposes of our crochet together, I need to do one, right? And so I'm like, I don't want to repeat colors. So I'm like, and then I couldn't decide. So I'm like, I'm gonna do all of them. So that is why mine has the rainbow underwear, and yeah, she's gonna have the rainbow flower petal dress. Yeah, don't worry yourself with what I'm doing, because I am what they call, what is it? What they, I just know I be doing too much. And sometimes it be too late for me to stop. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, what did I decide to do? And then other times I'm like, I'm going to just do it because I want to do it. So, and I'm excited because they already look really great together. Okay, so here's the other thing. I'm normally broadcasting um, downtown in the Bronx, where I live. Um, Now I'm uptown, and I'm not in a building. I'm in a house, so closer to the street. So if y'all hear background noise and stuff like that, I'm in the Bronx, so it's liable to happen. For those of you who have been with me in the My Kind of Thing University for a long time, remember we used to have we used to crack up because during my live videos, right, there would be, oh, excuse me, there would be this boy clearly playing his or something, playing video games, and he would be so immersed in the game. He would be screaming and yelling, and it was the funniest thing in the middle of the lives. Right, Chastity? I was thinking of you when I said, I was like, Chastity, remember? Chastity been there since then. Yes, he used to be crazy. Oh my goodness, that was hilarious. Just out of nowhere, just screaming. You would think somebody was hurting him or something. Oh my gosh, he would be having a serious fight with them. Yes. Oh my gosh, just out of nowhere. We're talking about stitches and, single crochet here. And then you hear him hooping and hollering in the background. Oh my gosh. I'm in the Bronx, so this is what it is, man. The thing that used to get me, I don't know how much y'all used to hear it on camera, but the neighbor's daughter used to cry so much. I used to be like, I did. Today was the last day. I am currently staying with my aunts. So yeah, I'm gonna be here for a little while. They have a beautiful home, and they have I can sit outside, so maybe we'll do some lives outside, and but yes, and today was the last day, so um, but I'm excited. I feel really good about it. I was going to ask about her. Right, thank you. So exactly. Oh, she used to cry so much. I used to be like, oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you, Chastity. Um, Cassandra, oh, that waterhead little girl. Oh, you would think somebody was killing her. She just cried all the time. Oh, right. Oh my gosh. So yes, the couple upstairs. Yes. Oh, I'm telling you, yeah, y'all been here from the beginning. It was crazy. And again, I was in the South Bronx, so South Bronx is dangerous. And the fighting upstairs used to freak me out. Again, I'm from the Bronx. Forgive me for rolling my eyes. I feel like it's also because I've been up a long time, like a long time. So once we get through May's little skirt, um, I'm probably going to eat something and find a little corner to sleep in. But no, yeah, I feel really good about it. And forgive me if I'm in and out too, because that's the other thing. I realized this week with all of the moving and the doing and the not sleeping that when I don't get enough sleep, I tend to be really strange. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm not gonna say I lose my train of thought, but my thought process changes a little bit. I have to make my way to the Bronx. My husband wants a cake from Lloyd's for his birthday. What's Lloyd's? Um, I've never heard of that, but I'm kind of out of the loop with a lot of things. So you gotta put me on. What kind of cake? What kind of cake he want? By the way, my cousin, my cousin's husband is a really good chef. He makes some really delicious things. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Brick House Chef, Carrot Cake Bakery by Meshuggah. Oh, okay. I've never heard of this place. I wonder if he probably knows about it. I'll ask, because that's not too far from here. That's, shoot, that's way up. And you're in Brooklyn, right? Do you drive, Chastity? Because, um, yeah, Meshuggah is all the way up. Great carrot card. Okay, I like carrot cake too. I wonder. See, it's actually, shoot, it's a nice little walk from here for me. That's how kind of close I am. Um, but yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to see about that way. Let me see what it's called again. Uh, Lloyd's. Oh, I'm not gonna forget that. You know why? Let me see, this is where the weird come in. When me and my cousin were younger, the boy around the corner, his name was Lloyd, and we thought it was the stupidest name ever. And so we would always tease him. We'd be like, leave us alone, Lloyd. We would say his name in such an insulting tone, but he got her back because I don't know why he didn't catch me, but he caught her, and he was hitting her with a wet shoelace. Lloyd's carrot cake is black owned. Oh, okay. Now I really got to get there. I've never heard of it, but I'm not much of a foodie and I don't get out much. So me not hearing about it doesn't mean anything. But I'm gonna see about that because that sounds like a nice little thing. And can you tell I like cake? I do like cake. Simple and delicious. Simple and delicious. Like a commercial or slogan. But yep, Lloyd caught my cousin and started hitting her with wet shoelaces. First of all, now that I think about it, in my 40s now, why would he have wet shoelaces? Where did he get them from? We got to talk about this. I'm gonna have to talk to her about this because I'm like, it never dawned on me until this moment. Like, why was his shoelaces wet? Why were they out of his sneaker? No, we still was messing with him. She ain't learned nothing. You just had to be careful. Um, so it's a chain of them. But yeah, I gotta ask her about that. I don't remember Lloyd. Remember them wet shoelaces? Why? Where the heck did he get them from? And she had whelps on her legs and everything. That was a moment. Um, yeah, but we thought the name Lloyd was just a stupid name. We were like, we had to be like maybe 10 and 11. Yeah, like 10 and 11. There's one on Lexington Avenue too. Okay. Am I the only one that doesn't know about Lloyd's? I'm gonna see about some Lloyd's now. I'm almost finished the third petal. Can y'all, Lloyd has bakery closed, but it's not the same as one in the Bronx. Oh, okay. Can y'all tell me what color is next after Pixie Pop? Can you guess? Or do you know? Based on the colorful rainbow. One of license from the Zulu forecast are the same owner. Oh, that means they're doing well. Nice. All right, here we go. It's looking good. That's the back. Hold on, let me show you the front. Oh, you know what's so funny? Now this reminds me, because of the color change, it reminds me of something else now. The collar of a clown, maybe. Huh. Interesting. What's the next color, y'all? Do you know? After Pixie Pop comes Boy's closed because he wasn't paying his bills and the marshals came and shut the place down. Oh, that's crazy. Dang, hate to see it happen. Wasn't paying the bills. Be like that though. It be like that. We're gonna use Fairy Berry. Fairy Berry is next. So you know the Roy G. Biv rule, right? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Alright, I'm gonna need you, listen, so as my kind of thing university students, I'm gonna need y'all to learn the rainbow order, the color order in the rainbow. We are crocheting together. We are crocheting a flower petal skirt. And so after today, I'll be able to share all of the pictures that I took of the girls in their flower petal outfits. Yes, the color, that's the technical term. So here's the thing, and maybe that's why people don't really like it that much, right? The funny thing about the color wheel, for me, is that I never learned color theory formally. I have a natural ability with color. I get it from my mother. I learned the relationship between colors early because I thought it was really interesting how you could put two colors together and create a whole new color. You know, the primary colors are only three colors. From those three primary colors, everything else comes. So that's, see, now we're gonna learn today. We're gonna teach today. Who knows what the three primary colors are? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what the primary colors are? And then you have the secondary colors and the tertiary colors. Okay, so can we talk about the beach theme? So, you know, you are in my head today. You are in my head today because I think that might be our June girl. I'm gonna tell you, the only reason why I kind of put that to the side was because that color change was crazy. Red, yellow, and blue are the primary colors, right? And from those three comes everything else. And I just, as a kid, I thought it was really fascinating. My cousin, she teased me for years because I was so interested in colors that pack of 102 Crayola crayons, I wrote a key for them. Like I would color a little circle and write the name next to them. And that's how I kind of like, and I remember studying and looking at the differences in the shades. Hey, Barbette, welcome, welcome, welcome. You want to make me happy because June is my birthday month, so yes, make my wish come, let my wish will be answered. I mean, what day is your birthday, Chastity? June what? Is it the beginning or at the end or in the middle? Um, but yes, colors. Colors just fascinate me. Like they really do. Oh wow, June 1st is like, okay. I wish I'd have known sooner, but you know what? Maybe there'll be something for you in the mizale. Is there a typo in row 7? I'm counting 7 stitches listed. No, I don't think there's a typo. Chain 1 and turn counts as the first single crochet stitch. No. To be realistic, 7 should be identical to 2. No. Is it? Wait a minute. No, 7 should be identical, yeah, to 2. Because really what we're doing is we're starting all over again. Painting was magical when I was a child. Yeah? Now, you know, Chastity, I found my container of stitch markers too. Now, I've moved and all of that, so now I gotta remember which place I put them. I think I do though. Because I put them also there with the straight pins. So the stitch markers and the straight pins are together in the same place. And I do believe they're here. Um, but yeah, 7 should be identical to 2 because really all you're doing is repeating row 1 through 5 over and over again. I'm trying to see why I wrote it twice because I could have just did like, see it where it says rows 11 through 35, repeat rows 6 through 10. Yeah, I could have just wrote for rows 6 through 35, repeat rows 1 through 5. So it's the same thing. Hey, Adriana, welcome. But yeah, I have a love for color and a love single crochet, half double crochet, and 2 equals 3. Wait, uh-oh, you doing something else with this. So there's 5 stitches left, not 4. Mm-mm. What? Okay, let me see. Row 7. Row 7, chain 1 and turn. The first chain counts as the first single crochet. Single crochet in the next stitch, boom. Half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, boom, boom, that's 4, right? Then 2 double crochets in each of the remaining stitches. So that turns those 4 into 8. You already got the 4, 2 single crochets, 2 half double crochets, and then you're turning those last 4 stitches, which should make it 8. Those 4 stitches, you're turning them 4 stitches into 8 stitches. 8 plus 4 is 12. So you're increasing. Are you increasing with the 2 double crochets in each remaining 4 stitch? So boom, 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 boom. 2 double crochets, then 2 double crochets, and 2 double crochets, and 2 double crochets. You should have 12 stitches for row 7. I'm looking at the way you're writing. I'm like, uh-oh. Adriana Sanchez, I am actually not knitting. We are crocheting. Knitting is with 2 needles. Crocheting is with a hook. I have 5 stitches left, not 4 is where I'm stuck. Why do you have 5 stitches? That means that there must be a mistake on row 6. Did you finish row 6 with 8? Because if you got 8 when you finish row 6, are you chaining 1 and counting that as your first stitch, thus skipping the first stitch, mixing the same colors and having them always come out the same way, never cease to amaze me? Yeah. Okay, so if you have 8, start again. Take your time. You gotta take your time. Um, you know, that's stitched, or that chain 1 counts as your first single crochet stitch. Then gone. What am I saying? Chain 9, double crochet in the second chain from the hook, right? And then in the next 3 stitches, or the next three chains, then half double crochet in the next 2, then single crochet in the remaining 2. That should give you 8 stitches. If you start off with 8, and you're working on row 7, chain 1. I think that chain 1 might be what's catching you, because I know that sometimes it's confusing for people to ignore it. Knitting is eating my brain, trying to learn, but I think the metal needles are making it hard for me to try bamboo. Try bamboo. I learned with bamboo. Metal, you know why the metal can be tricky? Because it's slippery. And you know, as crocheters, right, we got the hook. We ain't scared about the stitches coming off the hook because it's whatever. But in knitting, oh, when I tell you the amount of nervousness I get when them stitches start to slipping, bamboo are better for learning for me. That's what I learned on bamboo. And then when I started getting really fancy, then I started using metal. But metal can be scary because, you know, them knit stitches fall off that needle, and then you're like, you know, how do I get them back on without it unraveling? Like, that's a whole thing. Knitting is challenging, I think. And maybe it's challenging because I learned to crochet first. So, you know, but it can be challenging. It definitely requires much more focus for me. And it just could be because I have a crochet brain. Metal is pricey. I don't know. You listen, let me tell you something. So here's you want to hear something funny? So you say the metal hooks, the metal needles are pricey, right? So as I'm packaging my stuff together, right, and I'm talking to my brother and my sister-in-law, and I found on my desk my glass knitting needles. I have circular glass knitting needles. I had 2 sets. I accidentally broke one set, and they repair them. They have a lifetime warranty. But I showed my brother my glass knitting needles. You know how much I paid for them glass knitting needles? I paid like maybe 70 something dollars, almost $100 for each set. I was really on one, y'all. Cause I was like, you know what? I'm a professional. I need professional tools. I can't just be using regular stuff. I gotta be able to, you know, I gotta be able to flex my skills. Yes, and I broke the other set, and I was a little bit annoyed about that because it was my fault. But I was like, ooh, these things were so expensive. Why would I be so careless? They come in a nice little, the box they come in looks like the you know, when somebody gives a gift of like a bracelet, like the, you know, really nice, really great presentation, all that, really pretty blown glass. I think it's blown glass. Really, really pretty, but welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah, so I am a person who has paid close to $100 for knitting needles. I am also a person who has paid $100+ for crochet hooks. So yeah, I know I got them furls candy shop joints. Um, and I had the Odyssey with the, I think it was the gold, like, and they said it was real gold plated. So I don't know what that means, but that's what made them really expensive. Okay, so still on the 4th petal. How are y'all doing? Y'all keeping up with the petals? Look at that. That's gonna be so cool. I hope nobody mistakes her for like a clown though. $100, okay, but these things are up to 100. What? Wait, what needles are you talking about? Which metal needles? You talking about a whole set? Who make that? Let me tell you something. I like knitting, you know? And now I ain't even gonna front. If I see something shiny and sparkly, I might be like, yo, I need those. I'm just saying. That's how I get down. I'm not even gonna. I started to front a little bit, but I had to realize who I am. What is your favorite hook? My favorite hook is actually Susan Bates. I know it's simple and whatnot, but yeah, Shane, yeah, Chiago. Yeah, Chiago's really good though. I don't know Haya. Addie, a lot of people use Addie. I don't know, but Chiago, and the reason why I say Chiago is because I know a designer who loves them. She swears by them. Um, so I don't know. I like what's the there's some wooden ones that are like I don't know what the material is, but it's like a rainbow wood. It's so pretty. Who makes them? Knitpicks, I believe. Knitpicks. Knitpicks has pretty solid sets that aren't expensive. Never heard of those. Yeah, that's when you get fancy, Sandra. You got to get a little fancy every now and then. With tariffs, they went up. Oh, weesh. Yeah, Chiapas are the best, and I've been knitting for over 50 years. Ooh, there you go. Beatrice said it. I've heard good things about Chiago, so I think, yeah, I think they'll be worth it. They have a good reputation. Yeah, I like Knitpicks. I have some Knitpicks needles, but I didn't get crazy. Well, if glass $70 needles is not crazy, um, I I didn't go crazy too tough with knitting like that because I know I went crazy when I was learning the crochet, and I remember how much I just did or bought that I was just like, okay, I'm never gonna use this, so I'm never gonna, So with knitting, I was a little bit more conscientious of that. So take your time, see what you like, and look at the reputation of certain things. Sometimes it's cool to kind of see what others are saying, but at the end of the day, it just really all has to do with your level of comfort, you know. And to me, sometimes comfort means a good price, not no arm and a leg. So with crochet, I have one good brand I love. Crochet will always be my first love. Mine too. I've gotten really good with knitting, but crochet is just something else for me. Crochet is like sculpting. I don't know how to sculpt with knitting. I know people can do it too. They do it. But nah, I feel like crochet is better for sculpting. Now, knitting for garments and clothing, I get it. Especially crochet dolls. Because what I realized, and I remember years ago, I had made a doll for my niece. And we had got her all these, excuse me, all these cool accessories from Build-A-Bear Workshop for her to carry her doll around. So she had like a little carrier. And I remember she felt like the doll was really heavy. I mean, she still wanted to carry her and everything, but it was very heavy, So I realized with the weight of crochet, it's very dense already. Knitted clothes helps with the weight. I never invested in expensive knitting needles. I love mahogany wood needles given to me by my aunt. Oh, nice. I think knitting is great for socks and clothes. Yeah, because there's a drape to it, they say. It flows. Crochet can be stiff, um, but it's not always stiff either. See, that's why I like crochet, because I think crochet is very versatile. You can do a lot of things with crochet. You can even do a little knitting with crochet. So they ain't never gonna take me away from crochet. I'm gonna always be a crocheter, even if I knit a little bit. I'm gonna always crochet. But yeah. Alright, I got, what leaf is this? I mean, what petal is this? Petal number 4. Okay, we're making good time. Hmm. Yeah. So red, yellow, orange, pink, purple. I'm trying to see because there's 7 petals and I only have 6 colors. So something has to repeat, but I kind of need to figure out what or how it needs to repeat. Hmm. Dilemma. It's a dilemma. I may have to do something crazy. I don't know yet. Oh, I'm supposed to change the color. Okay, come on now. Can you guess what the next color is gonna be? You got yellow, orange, pink, purple, and what comes next? Can you guess it? I just want to make sure I didn't show you accidentally. Nope, not green. Mm-mm. The next color is dun da da da. Oh, dropped everything. Hey, Mocha Crochet Crab. Yep. Or as we call it here in the My Kinda String Zone, mermaid water. Do y'all remember the story of the mermaid water? I was one letter early. Mermaid water is one of my favorites because aqua is my favorite shade. Well, it's a tie between royal and aqua. I love both of them. But mermaid water, the reason why I named this color mermaid water, this color specifically is mermaid water, is because I think in the world that I'm building, I think that the water turns this color when there's a mermaid in it. Something about the magic of the mermaid's fin and the water makes it so that you can spot the waters that mermaids are swimming in because it's a very specific color blue. So even in the Bronx or Orchard Beach, which the water is typically not this shade of blue, but every now and then if there's a mermaid in it, it's this color blue. And I got the idea 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got the idea from when I went on a cruise and we went to Aruba. And again, my mind with color, the water looked a little different to me. Like it was a, to me, the shade of blue looked so different from any other shades of blue that I've seen, even in the Caribbean. Something was different about the Aruba blue, you know, so I decided that the reason why the water in Aruba is that shade of blue is because there's mermaids in it. So Aruba has a very, very large mermaid population. I'm making this all up, by the way, but I just say all this to say, no, I did go on a cruise and I did think the water was a different shade of blue as far as Aruba, but as far as the mermaid stuff, this is part of my world building. There will be children's books and hopefully cartoons and movies one day, but I'm just getting y'all ready so y'all just know Y'all heard it here first. These concepts, these ideas. I can't give you too much because I will be very, very upset if somewhere down the line somebody's doing my thing, you know, so I have to be kind of careful about how much of my world I share. Oh, snap. Can y'all hear that? And it's Friday, so you know what that means. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? I am feeling very, very relaxed. Probably too relaxed because I'm feeling like really tired now. Like I want some sleep soon. And I probably need to eat. Yeah, Felicia, like I have a whole world, like I said, each one of these colors has a story. You know, Fairy Berry is a very specific story. Pixie Pop, did I explain Pixie Pop? So I don't know if you notice, if you look at the label on the Pixie Pop yarn, I just said she is very subdued. You could, yeah, I'm tired, like I've been up since 11 o'clock last night, and I've been cleaning and moving and packing and doing things. Um, I am, I am. I'm just tired. And because, you know, for me, I'm okay with working and powering through when I know that I got to do something. It was so funny. I'm sorry, Yola M. For a minute, I was like, who is asking me about eyebrows and lips? I thought you were a troll. Then I realized, oh, that's right. I do sell eyebrows and lips. Not eyebrows, though. Lashes. And not in my Etsy shop. They are, you know what? Email me at mykindofthing@yahoo.com and I'll send you the link to purchase the lashes and lips and different things. I am. Look, and I'm fighting it so hard. If y'all knew how hard I was fighting it, because when I started, I was really relaxed, but I feel like I've relaxed way too much. And now I'm like in and out of it. I'm here and then, you know, but yeah. So Mermaid Water, Fairy Berry, Pixie Pop, all of these cool things are part of the world that I'm building. And there is a theme, you know, my kind of thing has always been the theme from my businesses, you know. I like things that people aren't doing. You don't even sound the same, but we have very long times. Also because I'm still recovering from having those really bad allergies too. But yeah, my vibe, I feel it's almost like being inebriated, because I've been running like this all week. So, but I'm finally gonna get some real rest. So I'll be regular again. Yeah. But you see, that's my people. My peoples know. Y'all, you know what? We're gonna do a lot of this. You have to tell the stories for each dog one day. You know what? That's the thing. I really wanna. So, I have illustrations of over. It's like almost 30 characters that are drawn, and there are concepts and conversations about them. I do have one story that I have been developing for years. I've never shared it and I still can't share it because it's a very, very important story that I really need to tell. And I cannot risk putting it out there before it's mine and published and copyrighted. But the theme of it is, you know, self-love. And I've been developing it for years. I just haven't decided. It can't really be like a children's book. It has to be like a young, like a, it has to be like a, whatever that, I think maybe tween kind of book. But the concept, I've even, the world of it in my mind is so, because I can see it so vividly, you know? And so hopefully I can get it developed and done really, really soon. But young adult, yeah. Why do they call them young adults? They're like 12-year-olds or something. 11, 12, maybe 13. I don't like them being called young adults. Yeah. It's all this Russian. I don't like all the Russian, you know? Young adults. 11-year-olds? Since when is an 11-year-old a young adult? One day soon, hopefully, Felicia. Because I'm telling you. So for those of you who've been around for a long time, y'all know how my brain works, right? And if you don't know, if you're not that familiar with me and how my work is, I know. I know that they've labeled it that, but it is just so, I don't know. And I'm also having, what is it? I'm having issues with time just overall as a, not as a concept, just as, yeah, Twilight and all that. Narrow preteens, but I didn't realize that they call it the young adult section though, you know, like, cause to me, something like Harry Potter, I'm gonna be honest, that was one of those things that I feel like when I got on to Harry Potter, I was actually, no, I can't even say, was I a young adult? Yeah, I was in my early 20s, I guess. I don't know what year was that. Whatever year the first book, well, you know what? I wasn't even on it for the first book. I didn't get hooked onto Harry Potter until they were on like the Goblet of Fire. Hadn't heard about it or anything. I had accidentally started reading it. That's how I found some of the best literature. And I'm a fantasy and sci-fi kind of person. Yeah, me too, right? I don't know. I feel like it's like some of these things are too good to just give them to these little kids. They don't know no better. What they know about good writing? No, but um, yeah, I remember I was one of those people on the line at the Barnes and Nobles at midnight, on the line at Toys R Us at midnight. Blood of Bone. You know what? I've heard. Oh, I got to get it then. I got all these Audible credits too. Oh, you might have just set me up for the thing. You know what else I wanna read, and I don't know why I haven't started like doing it yet. Anita Kopach's Shallow Water. I really feel like I want to read that. I've been hearing a few things about it for a while now, and I'm interested. So, because I like science fiction and fantasy, I don't like all that other stuff. Or I'm not going to say I don't like it. Like fantasy and sci-fi is my jam. Um, but yeah, I was one of them ones on the Toys R Us line at midnight. I think that was for book 6. Yeah, the Half Blood Prince. I was on the line at the Barnes and Noble for book 7. Have you read Octavia Butler? I've heard the name though. Which one is that? What's it about? I've heard the name. Oh, we got it. We got it, got it, got it. What color's next? What we got next? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like I'm gonna have to give this joint a rainbow. Oh, that's doing too much. Because I don't like the fact that I have to do like I'm gonna have to do something about it. She was a black sci-fi writer, J. California Cooper. So here's what I want to know, if you all know, and I'm not even sure if this is factual information. I probably need to research it. If you haven't read her, start with Mind of My Mind. Okay, I'm gonna look that up because I got all these Audible credits, and I don't feel like I've been listening to books enough while I work. I've been consuming crap, junk. Okay, now we're moving on to the next color, or Dawn. Okay. Well, I need to use up them Audible credits because they surely get my money every month. Magic Moss. That's what we about to do. So look, what was I about to say? What was my train of thought? Oh, this is what I was gonna say. So I heard, and I've heard it a few times, and I really need to fact check it. Because when you talk about things that you heard and you're not really sure of it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I heard that the creator of Terminator is a black woman. And that same black woman that created Terminator is the same black woman that created The Matrix. And then, and I don't know, I need to find this out. I probably shouldn't be saying it with such conviction, but I believe it, even though I'm not sure if it's true. But I gotta make sure. Terminator and Matrix are part of the same universe, meaning the Matrix is what happens when the robots win. And all of it was supposedly written by a black woman. So I'm gonna need to confirm it, because if that is true, oh my gosh, the best writing, the best, like the best writing, because Terminator, and mind you, I remember seeing Terminator as a child and thinking, yo, this is crazy, right? And then watching it again as a young adult and thinking, yo, this was crazy. And then I remember how absolutely impressed. I've heard the same thing, but some sources say it's true. Others say it's a myth. I wonder. Because I heard there was a lawsuit and everything. So I don't know. If you ask me, it sounds plausible. Hey, Sulamari. I hope it's Sulanari. Welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think that would be really, listen, that's some good writing. And furthermore, it took me, my mind was blown when I found out that Terminator and the Matrix are part of the same universe. Like, this is the result, one is the result of the other. I was like, yo, amazing. Amazing. So I'm just saying. It's kind of dope. It's kind of dope to be connected in that way. And remember when the Matrix came out, it was a big deal. I remember, I don't know how old I was when the Matrix came out, but I remember really trying to figure out what the heck is a Matrix. I remember looking it up and still not understanding it. So yeah, but of course you learn once you see the movie that it is the concept of, what is that? The concept of reality versus not reality, right? Or in a more esoteric kind of thinking, like conforming versus not conforming, So really cool franchise. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I'm just saying. Okay, now here's the thing, y'all. Because what I realized is that changing these colors and everything is me doing too much. And I have regrets. I have regrets. Because this 7th leaf is really annoying me. Really annoying me. So I think I'm gonna have to do something about the fact that there's 5 rows and I have to figure out how to make it. It's okay.
You need to wash clothes.
No, you can do all of that. It's okay. No, it's not gonna disturb anything. That's my aunt. um, but yeah. So I have a dilemma that I've created by trying to do each leaf differently, because now I feel like the 7th leaf is going to have to be a whole rainbow leaf. Sandra says hi, aunt. And Sandra said hi. Yeah, I made this a little bit difficult for myself, but I can't help it. I don't like when the same colors touch if I'm doing like a color changing concept. And so yeah, I did make this a little difficult for me. You see all these strings too? This is so annoying. We're gonna make it work. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna make it work. It's absolutely gonna work. And it's going down. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to step up my color change game, because definitely want to make it fun. And if it comes out nice, if I like it, if it comes out nice and I like it, it's gonna be the leaf in the petal in the front. It's gonna be the front petal, because it's gonna set it all off. Now I have to figure out, right, because it's only 5 rows, right? And so if it's only 5 rows, then that means that something's gonna have to happen twice, I think, in order for it to be symmetrical. I'll figure it out as I go, but I gotta cut and tuck all of these strings when I'm done. So, but anybody have any questions? Any questions? Are y'all having fun? I hope I don't sound too dull. We're gonna have to talk. I'm gonna have to come up with some talking points so that it doesn't sound so, and I'm also, like I said, I'm also running on a very limited amount of sleep. I'm sorry, I gotta sit like with my feet up, like I'm so accustomed to sitting like this and working. So yeah. But this is cool, right? We're chilling. It's Friday, right? 3. Now we're decreasing. And then, I had bought those mics a while back. Asked me where they're at. I think I used the mics one time. I feel so tired. We're working it out. Y'all with me? I think we might have to, call it quits for this. Now we gonna power through. How many petals should we have at the end? Should be 7 petals. Remember, and here's the math on it. Each petal is 5 rows, right? The petals are done from rows 11 to 35, right? So 35 divided by 5 is 7. So it's each leaf, each petal is 5 rows. That's 7 leaves. Yep, and so it is because of that once you finish that last row and the last petal, you then begin to work around, well, not around yet, you work on the sides of the rows. And this also makes it easier for you to grasp the concept of crocheting on the sides of stitches. That's really important, you know, to get accustomed to being able to neatly crochet onto the side, because then you can join things, you can go around things, you can do all kinds of stuff once you understand that. Right, that is 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here's where it gets tricky. Let me just let that sit right there while I tuck these strings and figure out what my next move is. Because it's 5 stitches. And if I pretend like I don't need to use green on that one, and I don't need to use yellow on that one, so that leaves 4, right? Yes, that leaves 4 colors to choose from. Yeah, 4 colors for 5 rows. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm trying to see 4 colors. So that basically means that one row has to have 2 in it. It's gonna be uneven because 5. Okay, we're gonna work it out. This is the thing I have about color and changing. I can't help it. I can't help it. So for now, I'm just gonna cut and tuck some of these strings because I need the yarn. So now that
be too loud.
that's okay. So I don't want to cut too close to it. Add white. You know what? You know what? I was thinking of doing black. Matter of fact, I probably should do black. I think I should. You know why I should do black? Because, no, not cream. I need something black will make the colors like, and not only that, but I was already considering making black the kind of join together. Yeah, we're gonna do black. Thank you for the suggestion of white. Reminding me now, do I have black somewhere accessible here? I think I do. I think I do. It might be in the other room though. Are y'all willing to wait while I get my black? I don't know if I can get right to it though. Something told me to bring out black and I just didn't. But the black, would make it, the black would make it right. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, we have dragon glass, and it's going down. Yep, it's going down. Yes, black is gonna make it. It's gonna make it do what it's supposed to do. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it. Got it. Got it. Huh. Because y'all know I was about to do way too much. I was about to be like, what comes after that? Yellow. Then, excuse me, and then my jaw keeps on like, I'm tired. But we gonna work it out. We gonna work it out. We gonna work it out. It's going down. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is going to be good because you know what else? That makes it so. What number is the yarn what number is the yarn you're using? What do you mean number? You mean the thickness of it, like the ply? 4-ply. Well, it's backwards, I know, but 4-ply. Worsted weight. 4-ply worsted weight. Oh. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm live right now. I'm gonna call you back. You okay? I know. Auntie Pam's Wait. Okay. Okay. All right, right. That was Mr. Stevens, your shipping professional for my kind of strength. When y'all be getting them orders super fast, that's him. And that's exactly what he was calling me to tell me. Listen, we got orders. So, yeah. Oh, shoot. You know what? I meant to tell him he had a call later. I can't forget. But yeah, we are. It is a very laid back kind of Friday, huh? Do, 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 do. Yeah, what I was saying was, I like that I'm using the black because now the black will also be the waistband of the skirt. Now here's the thing, I forgot. I need to tuck that string better. 2, 3, 4. But watch how, look how the black will make all the other colors like, and then, oh, you know what? No, I'm really mad because Red Heart has this yarn, this mixed yarn, this multi-yarn called Black Light that I freaking love, and I have lots of it because I love it. And it kind of has all these colors. The only color it doesn't really have, and it doesn't have this shade of blue. But that would have been really nice to be able to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would have been great. So, when I tell y'all I'm gonna sleep so good tonight, I don't even know how long I'll sleep. Maybe I'll sleep until, I don't know. But when I tell you I've been up since 11 o'clock last night, no more of that. No more of that. Okay. And I'm trying to, let me not say trying to. This live is gonna end once I have the first, maybe the second row of the skirt, like the band done. These strings are killing me though, oh my gosh. So annoying. You know what, I'm gonna cut them all down because what I wanna do is when I start going around, I want to tuck the strings while I'm going around. And the only way I'll be able to do that is if they're already cut. So let me cut them a certain way. Boom. Because I don't like all this dangling and hanging while I'm trying to do my thing. I mean, that's not much better, but we can get rid of all of this. I'm about to say, where did I put my hook? Y'all still here? Y'all still with me? We're getting close, we're getting close. I'm on my last petal. Y'all see? Oh, this gonna be good. 1, 2. Were you able to figure out that row 7, Emanuela? Did you figure it out? You know what, I don't know, I don't remember. When is the assembly portion? What day is that on? Let's see if I don't mess up this live. Checking this. Oh, yeah. Okay. Am I good? Am I back? I know I froze to look. But the petals are not the same size, so I'm sure I did something wrong. Sometimes the tension can change. You know, because of the decrease in components of this, you want to make sure you maintain a steady tension. Yeah. Da-da-da. We getting there. We are getting there. Does anybody else have any questions? And it doesn't necessarily have to be about this crochet along. It could be about another design or another crochet along. You know what I used to do? And I did it, I think I did it maybe once. I think I only did it once, so I can't say I used to do. I did it, I think I might have did it maybe once or twice. I had a whole lineup of concepts and I let my people, y'all, decide what the theme for the crochet design was going to be, or the color scheme. Like, and I remember I wrote 6 months worth of choices, and it would be a vote, and you would basically vote. And I remember Tammy of Tammy B Creations, she was like, why you don't do that anymore? And I was like, it was a lot of work. And then I was like, what if they pick something I don't like and don't want to make? I'm supposed to challenge myself. So I think I'm gonna bring that back because that's cool too. I have so many ideas for being able to create. And I think I'm gonna bring that back because I think it's more interactive. Like if I give y'all 3 topics, this doll may not be feeling the pink yarn I chose. Everything is not working. I choose another color and start over. Oh no. I don't know. You know, color, I don't know. Is it the texture of the yarn? What texture is the yarn you're using? You know? Because that's the other thing. When you're using a different yarn, there are going to be some things that maybe don't work out the way it looks in the photo. Because my kind of string yarn is a 4-ply worsted weight, but it's a fluffy 4-ply. You know, they have different 4-plies. They have different textures and feelings. So you have to be mindful of that. Like Karen Simply Soft is a 4-ply yarn, but it's definitely a thinner texture and it's a smoother texture. I don't know what that would work out like with this design because again, it wasn't designed for that yarn. So it might be something to using a different yarn. For my kind of string designs, the closest texture is the current, the texture is closest to Hobby Lobby I Love This Yarn. You know, that's what it was kind of modeled after because that yarn is very, very fluffy. Rosetta just sent me an email. When I tell y'all, body's starting to ache a little bit from being up. We're gonna power through. Like I said, see now I feel myself getting weird. Okay, let me take some water because I'm feeling like I'm losing this fight. Y'all still with me? Shout out to LaShonda of the Christian Crochet Addict. It says, caution, pure awesomeness. So funny thing about this bottle, years ago when I worked at Old Navy, I gotta put my arms back for a little bit. Hold on, give me a second. I worked at Old Navy. I had to be like 19 and 20 years old. And they had that water bottle and I remember like, oh, I need that because I am awesome. Right? I was like 20 years old, 19 and 20. And I love that water bottle so much. What happens is I put it in the freezer and the ice broke through and bust the hole in it. It's aluminum, so it was done. And I remember I mentioned to LaShonda a few years back, I was like, yeah, I used to have this water bottle I used to love. Do you know? I don't know how she found it, where she found it at, but she found it and she sent it to me. I said, look at you. How you even do that? That was so thoughtful. She's really like that, you know? So if you are not familiar with the Christian Crochet Addict, you definitely need to see about her. She's one of my faves. But now that I feel like, I'm telling you, like, there is a pulling on me, physically and mentally. But we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. I am on 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I gotta decrease. Yep, we gonna do it. I told y'all to forgive me. But I think I'm doing all right. Am I doing all right? Hope I'm not boring you. Cause I'm gonna tell you, I feel very, very tired. Hey, Milwaukee is saying hello from Russia. Okay, hello. Bose La Paz. Okay, I don't know what language that is, but I see crochet in it, so you're all right with me. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. All right, I almost got this last petal done. One, 2, 3, and 4. Then half double. Then half double. Okay. Now, got it all done. Look at it. I have to keep that pulled right. Okay. So, once you have your petals established, and yours won't look all stringy like mine because, of course, I was doing a lot. So, basically, you chain one. That is just a chain so that you can move onto the sides. Okay? Ignore that chain when you get back. Thank you, Felicia. Oh, thank you. I am gonna sleep so good. And mind you, I'm hungry and tired, but to me, tired always wins. I'll eat when I wake up. I'd much rather lay down. Okay, so now we're going to just be going into the sides of each of the rows. And I need to start making a list of the things that I need y'all to see on camera with my hands. I have to start making a list because this is something that you might need to see on camera, like with my hands, so that you can understand, because I know that there is some difficulty when trying to crochet onto the sides of stitches in such a way where it doesn't look forced, you know? So I got 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, even though, I'm going to tell you, even though it looks like you should go in there, don't. Once you hit your 5, move on to the next leaf of the next petal. Don't go into that thing. It's a trick. It's a trap. Don't believe it. Just go right into the next one. Don't let it trick you, because it'll trick you. is going to be a little difficult because the color change is here. See, that's what happens when you be doing the most. That's the consequences that I have to suffer. Um, that's where I got confused and went around the petals versus what that row. Oh, okay, I might have done both. Yeah, so that's, but you got to make sure you get 35 stitches. You got to make sure you get 35 stitches. So that means 5 for each petal. And so if you're not familiar with what it should look like when you're going in the sides of stitches, for now, just as long as you get the 35 and it doesn't look crazy, meaning like you ain't skipped over like a bunch of spaces to get it, you know, you should be fine. 2, 3, 4, 5. But I'm going to teach you what to look for. I'm going to teach you what to look for so that you actually know exactly where you should be going in the sides. Yeah, I gave myself a lot of work. Even with the shortcut of making a black petal. And then I found this um, rainbow tool. Oh my gosh. Rainbow tool. Overlapping the petals and then putting, let me see. Are we overlapping the petals and then, no. Nope. Simply on the sides of the 5 rows, on the sides of the 5 rows. That's it. You're not overlapping. Nah. We're not making a pleated flower skirt. Oh, if we were making a pleated flower skirt, maybe. And I know it looks weird what I'm doing, but it's because of my color change. It's not so obvious where I need to go. So I have to kind of play with it in order to figure out. There we go. I didn't get either. I think I got it. Got it. But yeah, just regular, just regular. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it. Got it. Okay, y'all with me? Because after I connect this row to make this official skirt, we're gonna end there. Because I'm gonna tell you, I ain't got a whole bunch left in me, but we gonna get through it. I would appreciate if you would hire me. Can I get it? To do what? I don't know. People are hilarious and strange. Yeah, I'm excited about that too. Dun, 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 dun. Almost done, almost done, almost done. I need to start the shirt part tomorrow. Now the thing about me doing the rainbow petal for the shirt, that's gonna be hard because the shirt only uses 5 colors, and we have 6 my kind of string yarn colors, just the colors, and so I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. Oh goodness, y'all. When I tell you I have not had a decent night's sleep in days, oh, I feel like I'm under the influence. I don't feel like myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. These merge. So here's the thing. I have the logo and all of those things. I am Daphne. I promise. I just didn't want to not show up because, I just want to make sure I'm here when I say I'm here. I have the My Kind of Thing University logo. I have the My Kind of String logo. And I have the My Kind of Thing logo. And I have them specifically for merch. You know what else I have for merch? All of those illustrations. It is just really, really difficult figuring out. I get overstimulated. Figuring out the color of the shirts. Because I know people do white. I don't like doing white t-shirts and all of that with the image on it. I like neutrals, and then of course I want to incorporate and then the quality has to be really. When I start the process, I get very discouraged because it's all these things that I have to consider and think about, and I'm just like, oh, I just want to, But yes, it is currently in the. I don't want to say it's in the works. It's in that space where it's like, I'm gonna do it. I probably need to have somebody do it for me. Just, here's the image, here's what I want, these are the colors, please handle this. But yeah, matter of fact, I have my kind of string t-shirt that I found while packing up stuff. Still in the plastic. And yeah, I have. I've already done now 3 interviews. Yep. Coffee cup merch. I have a My Kind of Thing mug. Y'all be down for that? That'd be really cool, I think, too. I just, you know what else it is? I really love the company colors. Not just because they're mine, but because I really like the brown and teal together. It's really nice, Not too much, because, that's the thing. I can totally be too much sometimes. I know this. And so I have to be really mindful not to go overboard. I was laughing because I was telling the lady in the nail salon, I was like, I want glitter over the yellow. She's like, no, the yellow looks good by itself. I'm like, please put the glitter on the yellow. They just, I like the logo seen here. And a what? And a white hoodie. I didn't even think of hoodies. And then you know what else, right? So that's the other thing. See, I can't ever just do regular stuff. So the other issue was that I wanted it to be glittery. So not just My Kind of Thing University, but I wanted it to sparkle too. How about this? This is what I mean. Like, let me give you an example of what I mean by just my personality and how I am about color and things. You see this? The labels for my kind of string yarn. I designed the label all by myself, right? Went to the printing company and I was like, is there any way to make this shine a sparkle? He's like, oh, we can do a metallic. I said, oh, let's do it. So I don't know if y'all peep, but the label on my kind of string yarn, we got a metallic little thing going. So I'm just saying, I can see myself in a hoodie with my coffee cup and making my dolls. Oh my gosh, that would be cool. Oh, and we could do like a whole show me your, you doing your kind of thing and my kind of thing merch. That would be cool. I need to see about that because that was so dope. And you got to take pictures with your mug or your joint. I gotta see what that would look like. That would be so cool. That would be so cool. Yeah, we gonna make it work out. We're gonna get some things popping. Oh, you know what else? How about this? How many of y'all have the My Kind of Thing University pins? Do you all have the My Kind of Thing University pins? Cause I still got some pins. So yeah. But we're almost at the end though. Almost at the end. Oh no. I've still got 2 more petals left. But it's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there. You know what? Oh my gosh. There were so many things I was looking at today and yesterday, the day before, as I was getting it. I just saw what you said, back in the building. Yes. I love teaching. I miss teaching. So I'm kind of excited to do it again. Um, but yeah. What was I saying? Losing my train of thought. Oh, that's what I was saying. So I found the paper that I got for printing diplomas, and I legit was like, oh, I need to do the diplomas. And then, I got the Cricut Maker, right? And the Cricut Maker does embossing. You know how people get the school seal and they clamp it on the thing? I'm thinking with my Cricut embosser, I will have my Cricut Maker emboss the My Kind of Thing University seal on the diplomas. Now we have to create a system, right? In order to receive an MKTU diploma, you have to have completed one full MKTU design. Hey. Welcome to my screen. That's funny. Welcome. But yeah, I think I got so many things, and that's the problem. And when all else fails, when I feel overstimulated, I just design. Because that's the one thing that I can do that doesn't require a whole bunch of, you know. But we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. But yeah, that's the criteria for MKTU diploma, right? Now here's the thing. If you want to graduate with honors, the design has to have certain types of hair components. So in my mind, um, I've ranked the hair courses from easy to difficult, right? And so y'all know the easy ones would be like Afro puffs, like a regular Afro puff. Um, Maybe braids. Um, a little bit easy. Ponytails gets a little bit more difficult. So can you guess which hair course would be considered the most difficult hair course? I could tell you, like, it still gives me a little bit of, I have the focus to do it. Can you guess? Now, in order to get a diploma with a special recognition for, like, you know, for like, yep, them daggone cornrows. Lisa, you said the hairpin loop. You know what? A lot of people say that too, but I don't think it's difficult at all. Like, not because of, I just think because of how it's done, it's annoying, but not really difficult. Definitely the cornrows though. Cornrows in the hair lace on, the textured afro puff. See, that's the thing. The textured afro puff is not difficult. It's, well, maybe, right? Because creating that, I don't know. I guess it depends. But in my ranking, right, from most difficult to most easy, I would put cornrows as the most difficult. Also, so the criteria for a PhD. Oh, let me tell you what the criteria for a PhD is. The criteria for a PhD would be for you to create a Mod Podge of different designs, like at least 3 different MKTU designs, and mesh them together to make it your own kind of thing. When I say your own kind of thing, I don't mean use my stuff and then be like selling it as a pattern. I mean as a final project. Pick from at least 3, it could be more than 3, but pick from at least 3 designs and pull from them. That's a dissertation. Okay. The time consuming challenge. Yeah, it is. It is. You know what? It is my favorite. It's one of my favorite styles though, because the reason why it's one of my favorite styles is because I saw something like, I saw a texture on a doll. It was one of the, I feel like it was in an Asian magazine or something. And it was a really interesting texture. And I was like, how can I get this to do this on a doll? Like, what is the technique to do this? I really, really wanted, and I probably saved it somewhere years ago as inspiration somewhere. And I just kept thinking, like, I really want an Afro puff texture. I don't want to, don't get me wrong, the pom-pom works perfectly fine, right? But I really feel like that textured Afro puff, that's like if you really want to be like little black girl or just black girl period. That texture mimics kinky hair perfectly. And so I like it. But yeah, you would have to, for your PhD, you would have to, absolutely have to create a matchup of designs, in order to get your PhD, play a hated degree, your PhD at the My Kind of Thing University. Okay, so now I am going to join it. Now remember that turning stitch, that chain? Ignore it. It was only there so you could move. It's like a pivot stitch. Ignore it. You don't need it. And now I need my stitch marker. Hold up. Do I have a stitch marker? Oh no. I not have a stitch marker somewhere. No. Ooh. I don't have a stitch marker nowhere. Oh goodness. You know what I do have? Nope, this ain't gonna work. This is stitch marker, but it's not the kind of stitch marker I need. It's a knitted stitch marker. It should be one somewhere in this bag. Got to be one somewhere in this bag. Not even a one. Oh, how y'all gonna do me like that? Do an old-fashioned, old school. You're gonna have to get a little clipping of a bright color, and you have to We're gonna have to do it like how we used to do it back before stitch markers existed. I don't know when that was. I was born in '82, so. But I'm sure there was a time where there were no stitch markers and people just used other things. Okay, am I sounding weird yet? Just want y'all to know. This is how it starts. I am a little delirious. Just a little though. Not a lot. And every now and then, I could get a little sleep. Okay, let's go. Put that right there. Yeah, that's what I wound up doing, Sandra. I had to take it back to time. You want a doctor to sign you up? Okay. I have to get it together because I think that we've been talking about it for years. We have been talking about it for years. The embossing tool for the Cricut Maker does give me a little bit of pause, but most things do. Most new things gives me pause. So, but I have a friend, Yolanda Jordan of My Pretty Brown Dog, who's really savvy, and so I know she'll know how to do it. And even if she doesn't know, she knows how to find out. One of my favorite things about her, definitely a problem solver. Okay, so now we are just working all the way around, and because we already did the hard part by going in the sides of those rows, this next row should be very, very easy. Oh, it's going down. It's going down. Okay, you see it? Forgive me for all the yawning, but once this is over, I am going to be like out. Like I said, I don't even care about eating it. My stomach is actually growling. I'm like, you better shut up. We need sleep. You better close it up. Tomorrow we'll talk about it. Because I can't. I mean it. Like them little babies that people be recording their babies falling asleep eating. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. I do not want to be that. Shoot, I feel like I could fall asleep doing this. Like, could you imagine if you saw me on camera just nodding off like a fiend? Oh my gosh. I tell you what, no more days like this, at least not for a long time. But yeah, we getting it done.